Hey folks, it's been a while. Wrath coming at you with another Eternal Evolution video today. So, you may have noticed that it's been a couple of months since I've regularly posted. And really, I wanted to put together a video to answer a couple of questions that I'm getting in DMs about why that is. And then, just as I was about to head to bed today, I saw an announcement come out from EE that was a very positive one and is very much in line with what I'm going to talk about today. So here goes. The reason I haven't been uploading is because effectively I have felt at my core that this game has been changing, for the lack of a better word, into a negative direction, into a direction that I no longer want to actively support at the end of the day. And so I didn't want to continue to push out content. I didn't want to continue to push out really advertisement for a game that I felt was just becoming more and more predatory, was becoming more and more difficult to play at the highest level and as an entry point without really having a lot of substance to it. So what has been changing? First of all, it's the acquisition of heroes. It's the way that SP heroes have fundamentally changed the meta of the game. And then above and beyond that, most recently, it was the announcement of the awakening system to SP heroes. So if you're not basically paying more than a mortgage's worth of rent to the game on a daily and monthly basis, you're not able to keep up at the highest tier or the highest echelon. And so both Dylar and I have been part of one of the most, arguably the most competitive clan in EE for the past year. And it's a lot of what I'm talking about today that has disenchanted many of those players that at the highest levels of echelon have just decided to either quit, no longer have motivation to sign into the game. And I will admit that partially a lot of the content that I put out was in collaboration with these folks, right? So if the highest level or the highest tier of folks are not playing the game anymore and they've spent ridiculous amounts of money on it, then effectively the game is on a very quick downward spiral or, is getting close to becoming done. So I haven't been uploading for that reason because I didn't want to continue to push out, content on heroes, content on the game, where effectively it was becoming not pay to win, but pay to click. And wherever your eyeballs shifted on the screen, it made it almost difficult to do so. To give you guys an example or an analogy, I played a game called Raid Shadow Legends for the better part of 4 years, managed a significant clan in Raid Shadow Legends, managed a cluster of 17 sub-clans under it. And in that time frame, I was able to compete at the highest level, yet I spent a third of what I did on this game. So in 4 years, I spent a third of what I did in this game, which is questionable, right? In terms of what you wanna pursue. The other point is this, that since a significant amount of players have left the game and since a lot of the servers don't interact with each other or they are fundamentally stuck on a server range, then you don't get the ability to play very competitively because most people have phased out. So it becomes very robotic. Your daily activities become completed in a very short amount of time, and you end up in a situation where you're not really playing a game that you enjoy, and in order to progress in it, you've got to basically spend thousands of dollars, which I'm not willing to do. So, where does that leave me before going to bed today? Well, I think EE finally heard us. And when I say heard us, it is a significant amount of the player base disappearing, a significant amount of content creators that are disappearing. Dalar is going to quit, so he was one of the most prominent figures for the game. I certainly am very much on the tail end out of the game myself. I don't know if there's a handful of people actually pushing out content, or good content for that matter. So they came out with the following announcement right before I was about to head to bed. And I like it for specifically this reason, because one, it shows accountability and that they're listening. But the way that they're listening is basically through our actions, not through our words. A lot of us content creators and a lot of the community did submit similar feedback to them significantly over the course of the last year. Yet it wasn't well received because actions speak louder than words. And when a portion of your player base decides to disappear, when content creators are no longer being the advertising engine for your game, it creates disparity. So what they said was, following the release of the Caraxia Awakening, we have received a significant amount of feedback and suggestions. Many players have expressed dissatisfaction with the SP Awakening system, citing the difficulty in obtaining SP heroes and Caraxia Awakening materials. We acknowledge that. Our previous oversight in controlling the pace of SP heroes and Awakening material distribution has led to significant disparities among players. We sincerely apologize to all of the dedicated players for this. We have always valued player feedback and believe in working hand in hand with players to ensure the long-term success of Eternal Evolution. After carefully reviewing the feedback, we realized the importance of SP Heroes as the pinnacle of game strength and ultimate goal. It is an integral part of the game that each player cares deeply about. Therefore, in response to the expectations of the player base, and to foster a healthier and more stable game environment, this is a significant point that they're trying to make, we have decided to reduce the difficulty of all players to acquire the SP heroes and provide more ways for free SP hero acquisition. Hallelujah, right? This is, if they did this 6 to 8 months ago when they first released Caraxia, a lot more of the player base would be happy. Due to the development constraints and time limitation, we're unable to immediately introduce a completely new gameplay mode. However, to promptly address player expectations, we have decided to address and increase the production of SP heroes within the existing gameplay. Immediately, you can enter the following gift code, so MU55AGV, which will grant you 20 Astral Recruitment cards and 20 Caraxia shards. I just did this, and yeah, it works, so fantastic. Following that, they're also going to introduce into Hell Arena the ability to buy Caraxia shards using Hell Arena tokens, which is nice. And then, they just close off by saying we're committed to introducing additional events and game features to further facilitate the swift acquisition of these SP heroes. We will enhance the production of other rare items, including limited recruitment cards, awakening materials, gene hybrid, and mythic runes to expedite the process of building ideal lineups for players. I wonder what this means. So, in conclusion, again, they reiterate the fact that they apologize for the impact on the game experience and that they continue to value our player suggestions and feedback. We'll see, right? The short end of it is we'll see. So, if I do decide to push out more videos, it's because I will see that the game is trending in a positive direction. I will continue to play it and have fun with it. If I don't, and I see this as a bandage or a temporary solution to what they're putting out, then I won't push out more videos. It's as simple as that. I don't want to promote a game or a company that feels like it's preying on people without providing a lot of enjoyment. So hopefully this gives you guys some clarity in terms of where I've been and what I've been thinking about. But do note that it was a conscious effort. I did intentionally and selectively decide not to push out content at the detriment of getting some CC rewards, which, have gone up and down over the last few months. But that's where we stand. So maybe I'll catch you guys on the next one. Maybe I know. But peace out till then.